Okay, now that our umbrella's done, let's move over and do the seashell. I did go ahead and change this back from purple to none. So remember, you can just click none to change that fill color. And I'm going to grab the zoom tool and again draw a box around the seashell. Go to my pen tool and get started. Now remember, even if these lines aren't perfect as you draw them, you can always go back and fix them later. But you have to remember to hold Alt at all of these corners. Not when you're finishing the curve, but when you go to make a point. So now I have to hold Alt, pull tangent, then finish that curve by pulling away. Hold Alt, pull tangent, finish that curve by pulling away. Hold Alt, pull up towards the bump, then finish the curve by pulling away. Now, if you remember from path D on the paths worksheet, when you're switching from a curve to a straight line, I don't need any keys or anything. All I need to do is line it up and click once. Then I can come down here at the end and click again. Now, the bottom part of the seashell is more like path B. You have alternating curves. The tricky part here is, remember, you never want to click on a curve. So you're always looking for where you have little places that are kind of between two curves. So if I'm starting a curve here, right along here is kind of in between this curve and that curve. So I'm going to come to here. Well, I'll start here, wait, because I need to pull towards my curve. So I'll pull along their tangent, really short line, very short curve. And I'm going to come here and pull just a little bit. Now I've got two bumps here going in opposite directions, so I'm going to start in between them again and pull just a smidge. So I'm always splitting the difference. I see a curve, I see the next curve, I'm going to go halfway and pull a little bit along the line. A curve, the next curve, go halfway. Pull along the line a little bit. A curve, halfway. Pull it. Now look, I got a little bit of a bump there. I'll go back and fix it later. I'm going to go all the way to the end of this curve and pull. Now I'm switching from a curve to a straight. I just need to click, go to the end. There's my little circle, click. Now I've got some repairs to make. So I'm going to grab my white arrow tool, grab this handle, pull it down a little bit, maybe pull this one out a little bit. This one's too small, so I'm going to come in here, make this handle just a little longer. And now I'm going to come down here and fix this. This just happens sometimes. In order to make this curve the right length, I had to pull that far up, which was really too long here. So what I need to do now is grab this handle and shorten it without changing the angle at all. Because if I change the angle, it's going to change this curve down here too. So watch what happens when I change the angle. See how it's changing that other curve? So I don't want to change the angle. I want it there, but I just want this side shorter. So if I make it a little bit shorter, now it's looking pretty good. Let's choose a color for our seashell. How about a nice sort of peachy color? There we go. Seashell is complete.